Chapter 8. The Feast. Jack buried his face in his hands. "I don't believe it," he said. "I just burned up the pilgrim's turkey." "Stay calm," said Annie. "I'll go get Priscilla." "No, don't tell Priscilla," moaned Jack. "We have to tell Priscilla," said Annie. She hurried out of the house. Jack lifted his head and stared at the burnt turkey. "Oh, man," he whispered unhappily. The pilgrims had worked so hard to get their food. They had such a terrible winter, especially Priscilla, and now he ruined their first Thanksgiving. The door opened. Annie pulled Priscilla over to the hearth. "See," said Annie. "The turkey fell into the fire and it burned up." "I did it," Jack confessed. Priscilla just stared at the burnt turkey and the wet, messy hearth. And then she looked at Jack, and he looked away from her. "Ah, Jack," Priscilla said softly, "thou look sad." He nodded. "I ruined everything," he mumbled. "No, thou did not," said Priscilla. She reached out her hand. "Come." Priscilla led Jack and Annie out into the bright autumn light. "Look," she said. Jack saw pilgrim women and kids walking to the tables. They all carried wooden platters filled and piled with food. On the other houses, they were cooking also. In the other houses, they were cooking also, said Priscilla. Jack saw roasted duck, turkeys, deer meat. They saw baked fish, lobster, eels, clams, and oysters. They saw pumpkins, beans, corn, dried plums, berries, and roasted nuts, steaming pots of soup and puddings, and loaves of baked bread. "We had a very good harvest this fall," said Priscilla. "We stored many vegetables. We salted our fish and cured our meat, and today our Wampanoag neighbors brought back 5 deer from the forest for our feast." Jack was relieved to see all the food. Priscilla knelt down and looked at him in the eye. "See, thou did not ruin anything, Jack," she said. "Thou and Annie have helped me a lot this day. You have both made me laugh, and you both have acted with kind hearts." Jack was amazed. He thought he'd be no help at all. "Come," said Priscilla. "Let us join the others. Thou art hungry." Jack nodded, seeing all the platters of food, and that made him really hungry. Annie and him followed Priscilla. In a golden autumn glow of light, Jack and Annie joined the pilgrims and the Wampanoag at all the long tables. Priscilla gave Jack and Annie a wooden plate. She gave them big white cloth napkins, and she served them plenty of food. Before they started to eat, Governor Bradford stood up to speak. "Those of us who have come here in this Mayflower did not know how to live in this land," he said. "But Squanto came to help us, and today we give thanks to him, and for the peace we share with his people, and for all our great blessings." Governor Bradford looked at Jack and Annie. "Welcome to our feast," he said. "And at this moment, 3 worlds, your world, our world, and the world of the Wampanoag, are now not 3, but they are 1. 'Tis the magic of community." "Indeed," said Annie, and she clapped her hands and looked at Jack. "We did it," she whispered. "Did what?" thought Jack. Governor Bradford then put his napkin over his shoulder. "Now," he said, "let us feast till our bellies are filled." As everyone started to eat, Annie leaned close to Jack. "We found the special magic," she whispered. "The magic of community." "Remember the rhyme?" She repeated Morgan's words. "To find a special magic, then work and toil are done. Gather all together till 3 worlds are in 1." Oh, man, said Jack. I'd forgotten all about it. We can go home now, said Annie. No way, said Jack. We have to eat first. Jack and Annie used their fingers to pick up their food, and they ate and they ate and they ate, and Jack tried everything on his plate, except a little bit of eel and 2 clams. Everything he did eat. He liked even the turnips. Food really tastes good, he thought as he chewed, when you eat it outside on a beautiful day with a lot of nice people.